Willie D Live.
What's up, family? I need your help with this one. We got a woman on TikTok who goes by the name Mom Life Unfiltered. She got some numbers behind it. She posed a question to the world. She got a 17-year-old son who just got a new job, and she wants him to start paying like he weigh. She wants him to pay like he weigh. $500 every single month, starting on February 1st. But not only that, she also wants him to pay for his phone bill, which she has been paying for since he was 7 years old. That's the woman right there. Her son popped in briefly, but I couldn't get a clear picture of him, so I'm just showing her. What do y'all think, fam? Is she right? Is she right to ask for $500 from her son, her 17-year-old son? She said, "Hey, pay the 500 or hit the door. 500 or hit the door." Is she right? Thumbs up if you think she's right. Thumbs down if you say, "No, man, she's tripping. She's tripping. You need to leave that alone, man. Or I'll call the police." I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Family, mama, you dead wrong. You're not just wrong. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong to give a child obligations. You want to give a kid grown folks obligations without grown folks authority. You dig what I'm saying? You want to give a kid grown folks obligations without grown folks authority. That ain't gonna fly. That's not going to fly. You cannot punish your son for the household you created. You can't make him pay for the bills you created. He got a phone bill because you bought him a phone, right? You bought him the phone, so he has a phone bill. At 7 years old, what does a kid do? Who the hell is he calling? Who do he need to talk to that is so important that he can't talk to them when he get to school on Monday or the next day or when school starts back or when he go visit his cousin? Who do he need to talk to that badly? No, that's your responsibility. This is what a lot of parents don't get. And I'm going to talk specifically about my experience being raised by a single mother. First and foremost, when you put a youngster in the shoes of a man, he starts to behave like a man. He starts to do manly things. Manly things that oftentimes get him in trouble, make him rush through life, and he ends up in really bad positions. For example, you had these kids, you knew what you was doing. These kids didn't ask to come here. But when he get here, by the time he opened his eyes, daddy gone. So now, since daddy gone, you want him to kick in and fill daddy's shoes. You want him to protect you. You want him to be the man of the house. You want him to pay bills. You want him to put food on the table. And you get upset when you have to do this. He's sitting down eating at the table with food you bought, and you're staring at him like, mother. You're resentful. This is a scenario you created. These are responsibilities you created. It's not his responsibility. But what invariably happens is you'll get a youngster like me who don't mind stepping off the porch and going to get it and come back with it. So when I go get it and come back with it, instead of you saying, no, not in my house, you're not doing that in my house. Because you're struggling, you see me coming in with the bag, you look the other way and accept whatever it is that I'm putting in your hand. Next thing you know, I got a criminal record. Next thing you know, you visiting me at the morgue. You're filling out paperwork. You're on the front row crying. Because me, being a young boy who want to be a man, I'm out here trying to do manly things. I'm trying to get it and come back with it and help mom out, because that's what I did. When I got a job, I felt obligated to help my mama. I was buying furniture and all kinds of stuff at 18 years old, 17 years old. At 17, because I got out at 18. But at 17 years old, I was buying furniture and all kinds of stuff, that my daddy should have been buying if it needed to be bought. So I'm totally against this type of mindset where parents put grown folks' obligations on children. What would have been more useful if mama would have said, okay, you are not going to blow that money. I know you want to just go and get Gucci, and you want to go and spend your last dime on some Jordans, and you want to just go out and hang out and just splurge. You want to buy $200 t-shirts, because that's what she said. These kids out there buying $200 t-shirts. So you want to buy a $200 t-shirt. No, you're not finna do that. I'm not going to even allow you to do that. It's your money. But because I am your guardian, my job is to guide you to make good decisions with your life in every aspect, to prepare you. So what mama should do is say, okay, we're going to take that $500 that I'm asking for, and we're going to put that $500 towards your college fund, or we're going to put that, and in fact, I wouldn't even say college fund, because that ain't even his responsibility, in my opinion. We'll put that $500 toward a broad index fund. We're going to put this in some stocks. And that way you get him on his way to having some type of foundation so that he can launch his business if he decides to go into business, or so that he can have some money when he go to college. He don't have to, get a side gig or some type of side hustle, or he ain't got to be sitting there eating ramen noodles or whatever. He got a little extra, instead of starting these kids off at zero, because we like to do that. Many of us, we like that idea of starting kids off at zero. You start your kid off at zero, you might end up with a zero. You dig what I'm saying? No, you don't want to do that. You want to give your kid a booster, a jump start. The reason why some of these other kids get ahead, because when they come in, they don't have all that financial weight on them. Mom and daddy relieved them of that. They relieved them of that, so they didn't have to go through that. So you want to give your kids a head start. You do not want to weigh them down. So you're going to take all the money. He's going to pay the bills. He's going to pay the rent, help pay the rent. And by the time he gets to be 18, 19, 20, whatever your number is for him to get out of the house, he starts off at zero. That ain't how it go. Really, even if he didn't have a job, he should not start off at zero. You should have some type of financial situation for him when he gets out. He should have some kind of bankroll by the time he gets ready to make his move. It ain't that hard. It's not that hard. Putting these kids in this position of an adult without adult uh, authority. And then some of y'all, because their kids do pay bills or whatever, some of y'all allow your kids to have adult authority. Y'all be sitting up there arguing with these kids and stuff, and you wonder why they don't respect you later down the line. You did? You can't deal with your child like a friend. I tell my kids when I was raising them early on, I'd rather be your daddy than your friend, because you can get a friend anyway. You only get one daddy in life, no matter what. You can get into the stepdaddy thing all you want, but I brought you here and I'm your daddy. You can't do nothing about it. I like the daddy role because it's exclusive. It's very unique. Yeah, I like that. Can't nobody take my place. Nobody. You can get mad at me all you want and try to disown me. I'm still your daddy. So I like my position. It's a unique position. And I don't mind waking up every day showing why I deserve it. Yeah, proving why I deserve it. Yeah, I like that. I look forward to doing daddy things, doing things that daddy do, coming through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keeping my word, protecting, providing. Yeah, I like that. That's that boy's daddy's job. Stop trying to make him do the job that his daddy is supposed to do. If his daddy didn't do it, if his daddy out of here, if his daddy ain't doing it because you chose his daddy, that's on you. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.